Okay, okay. Yeah, we do have morning, ladies and gentlemen. How are you today? I'm good. Um, we are happy to be here. We were waiting for you patiently. So now you are here. We are waiting for others, but we are going to start the program because we don't want to be late. And also, also don't want to be worried about your transport when you're supposed to go back home. Others have mentioned that they've been waiting and they were cold waiting for the transport. My name is Thandi Mdlalose. I'm a director for gender and disability in the Chief Directorate called Gender, Disability, Youth and Children. In short, we call it GDYC. I'm with my colleagues, Ms. Linders, who is a Chief Director for the unit in the Department of Communications and Digital Technologies. You are going to tell us if you know the department, but the reason why we are here, we want you to tell us what do you know as well about the department. If you never heard about the department, you will know today. So I'm going to open the program. Others that are not here, they will know or they will join us, and we are going to be here for 4 days. So by end of 4 days, you will have learned about us, you will have learned about each other, because I believe that somewhere, somehow, we might not know each other, but by end of Friday, we will all know each other. So Zakhele, can you flag the program? You're not able. Can they hang the program, please? Yeah, so that you can see how it's going to be. But while I'm waiting for them to show the program of today, we have a person that is going to do the credentials and tell us, my colleague, who's going to tell us who's here, is the person that has been doing this, who's coordinated yourself. Then we'll also have someone from social development that is going to formally welcome us. But firstly, we need to know who is here. So Ms. Mokone Khobi will be telling us who's here, and then she will introduce someone from social development who's going to officially welcome us. Over to you, Khobi.
Morning, everyone. How you can do better. Dumedisa mother pila ke re mo le bitsa batho bo mother. Kopa le dumediseng pila hle. Morning. How are you? I'm okay. I go by the name of Khobi Mokone. I'm from the Department of Communications and Digital Technologies in the Directorate, Chief Directorate actually, that is Gender, Disability, Youth and Children. Our coordinator, who has been very helpful with us, is here. Ms. Lorato Rakatan from DSD, Department of Social Development. They're here with us with Mr. Walter Nong. And we're also gonna have Pito Madibing, who is the acting director from DSD, who will be joining us. We have God is Faithful from Sarafina that was coordinated, and we also have people from Ikageng, and we are waiting for Makwasi and Ventersdorp. I'm not sure what is the delay on the part, but we have been trying to call them and find out how far they are, but they are going to arrive. And as soon as they arrive during the day, or it can be tomorrow, all of you will get an opportunity to introduce themselves and tell us why they're here and what they want to achieve at the end of the program. So I just want to encourage you guys, enjoy the week with us, relax, and no question is a stupid question. You must ask. And then you must feel free, because you are here to learn. You are here to empower yourself. You are all, as far as I know, as Sis Lorato has indicated, you're basically declaring yourself as victims of gender-based violence. But I want to assure you, you're not victims. You are survivors of gender-based violence. So you're here because God wanted you to be here. So please relax and enjoy the week with us. You're welcome and feel free. I'm sure you already have tea, coffee, and then we'll see as everyone is joining us. So I will hand over to Sis Thandi to continue with the program. Sis Thandi? Is she not here? Okay, she's not here. I'm going to hand over to Miss Linders, who is the Chief Director in the Gender, Disability, Youth and Children, just to give you an overview and a purpose of why you're here. So please, those books that are in front of you, they're not just for looking good. Ne? Take notes, because there'll be questions and there'll be, some things that you need to refer to. So there you go. Thank you, Ms. Linders.
Thank you, Ms. McCorney. Can we give Ms. McCorney a hand? So before I do the purpose, I would like to call on Lorato Ratakane. I hope I said the surname correctly, because she was correcting me 3 times before, from the Department of Social Development, Provincial Department, Northwest, if I'm not mistaken, to do the welcome, because we can't be in someone's house and just come and sit down and do whatever you want to unless you have been welcomed. So can we give her a warm hand as she welcomes us? I want to hear what is in this province so that I can come back. Ne? I want to know, why must I come back to Potchefstroom? Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Halala, halala? Halala, banyana baruna, halala? Halala, the girls, halala? You are so strong. Not everybody can get to this place. In your position, you are more than survivors. You are more than conquerors. Baget, which language are you comfortable with? Are we all comfortable with English? Or remix where possible? Miss we have to accommodate her. Remix. We must all be comfortable and benefit from this session. So you won't benefit if you can't hear you or you can't understand. Hence, they were emphasizing, or feel free. Let it be an interactive session. We all have the right to be here. We are God sent to be here. Ne? So let's feel free. Don't look at anyone else. Think about yourself. Ne? Sisters and mothers and our girls, we know why we are here to some extent through recruitment. But the main thing that we need to emphasize is the scourge we are facing. The country is facing this pandemic, the gender-based violence and femicide. It's not a secret. If it's a secret, it's an open secret.
we are facing a monster of gender-based violence and femicide. And it depresses us. E re gogela ko tlase. It condemns our minds, our physique. So we need to come together. All hands must be on deck to deal with this monster. So we are happy to be here today with our sister department, Department of Communications and Digital Technology. We thank them so much. Go bontsha gore this cage is a monster. Like you were, all hands are on deck. There are many different programs and projects that are directed towards dealing or doing away with this monster of gender-based violence and femicide. Amongst others, the most recent, we have the National Strategic Plan on Gender-Based Violence and Femicide, 2020-2030. And I like it because I love it actually, don't just like. Ke rata gore e tswa mo bathong. Ke dumela gore ge le gore go na le ba seng ba ntse in some sessions le rona, they know where that strategy comes from the CSOs, the activists, batho ba ba kgona go emela like you, ba yo bua gore no, enough is enough. Government departments, everybody, let's do something about this monster. So you are part of that. And you must know gore le right gore ebe le ka mo. And we know gore there's this thing. So let's have a shy gore o abuse-iwa or kile wa abuse-iwa or o na le eng. No, gore you are not alone. This is happening. Gore go be go nna le these things, these policies, these programs, these projects, is because it's well known what this is happening to everyone, disregarding the skin, the color skin, the race, gender, literacy level. It's happening to everyone, even to the professionals, guys, even us standing here. If we can have a week or a month, or it won't just take a month for each and every one of us to say something about the situation of gender-based violence. Even you, it's happening. So feel free. No, it's not your fault. Then we know most abusers, but they make you blame yourselves for that. You are not wrong. You haven't contributed to the situation you are in. So, DDECT, we thank you so much for joining hands with us. Yeah, in short, DCDT, Department of Communications and Digital Technology. That's why I read DCDT. Education, you must know that it's offer you go in to inform others who capacitated you on what. So I'm here to welcome DCDT. I would like to express our sincere gratitude for recognizing our Platinum Province. Thank you for coming to us. Thank you for considering us. As I mean me and my sisters and my girls. The NSP puts it clearly, we need to be integrated. We need to join hands. Everyone must be seen doing something against gender-based violence. And this is one of the moves of showing that. In victim empowerment program, we usually say when you deal with a victim alone, SDSD, you are victimizing that person. Because it takes a lot, an array of sectors, of department of stakeholders to assist the survivors. But when you do it integratedly, you empower the survivor. Hence, we are talking two departments. So our wish is for you to be empowered and to feel it, not just to know, to feel you are strong and you can make it and you can be whatever you want to be and you can reach wherever you want to reach. So DDECT, we are very much welcome in this platinum. It is a real Platinum Province indeed, even though we have these monsters causing gender-based violence. Where we are is certified to be JB Max Ikageng in particular. it's confirmed to be a hotspot area for gender-based violence. So we believe with this endeavor, there's going to be difference. After being empowered, after being able to stand on your own, you're going to empower others. I guess you can't all be here. There are others, you need to go and share with them whatever you can, motivate them, encourage them, and make them network with relevant resources that can help to make this no longer a hotspot area. We can be proud of it. Hence, we have gathered you here today. Or it must be different. So we are so much welcome, Didact. And our district, Dr. Kenneth Kaunda district, and its service points. It wasn't easy to get us here. So thank you so very much, and you are welcome, our guests. You are our guests. You are very much welcomed, and we wish this session to be a fruitful one to you. But it will only be such if we interact, if we are free to ask. There's no stupid question, there's no stupid comment. We need to be empowered. So everybody else, lady driver Tarona, you are welcome. The colleagues, you are welcomed. Let's make this session a fruitful one. In such few words, I would like to thank everybody and welcome everybody to the session. And let's close it with Batopele. Let's show Didact how we appreciate or we acknowledge the Batopele Lab. Those who have been in our sessions, they know that. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. Do we know it? 1, 2, 3. Ariel? Thank you. Thank you so much.
Let's give Sis Lerato a clap, please. Okay, Fender's job just joined us now. Although it's not all of them, but we'll hear the story later. And can I ask you, make sure that everyone is registered on the papers that are circulating, so that by end of business today, I can get a whole number and the list that I got, just to find out if there will be any more people coming tomorrow, so that we sort out the transport issue, that we don't have issues tomorrow. So please make sure that you have filled in on the register. And can I also ask you, who doesn't have a laptop in front of her? Ke kopa re moving. There are spaces more. Ke kopa re di feeling so long as re emetse ba bang. Ke a kopa. We can either maybe have 2 on this side. Then we'll see he ba bang batla ba tlo re joina ba ba le mo tseleng. Le ska tshaba mo pele, a re lomane le tlo enjoy shem. So I will hand over to Mam Thandi.
Thank you very much, Hobie. We are now moving with the program. The next speaker in our program, while waiting for others, I think Hobie is correct that you must sit where the laptops are. You are going to be working on those laptops. So she cannot sit alone. You need to be at least partnering. You can't sit like yourself. You can come and sit here. So the next speaker on our program is Ms. Linders, who's going to give us the purpose of why we're here. I'm requesting you to listen attentively as she's going to give you a purpose, because tomorrow she's going to be doing the recap. You will be doing the recap with her. So if you did not listen today, you might not be able to remember what was said. But it is important to know the reasons why we are here, because what Social Development Sister Lorato was saying, it coincides with what is going to be said by Ms. Linders. As government, we are all doing all what we can to ensure that the gender-based violence is finished in our communities. But we cannot work alone. As you know that we also need everybody to participate. We need private sector, we need individuals to be part of these kind of programs. Over to you, Ms. Linders.
Thank you, Ms. Mdlalosi. I'd like to first start by saying that, or first rather checking if we all know what today is. What day is today? It's Mandela Day. Okay, but we say it as if it's just a by the way thing. What day is today? It's a very important day. It's not just Mandela Day. So when did the country decide, or who decided rather, that we have a Mandela Day? Who knows where did they decide that we must have a day called Mandela Day? Okay, I need some assistance. If someone can check for me if anybody is raising their hand or trying to shout out the answer. Who knows where did Mandela Day come from? Because we just know it's Mandela Day, but where does it come from? So no one knows why we have Mandela Day. It's his birthday. They're talking to themselves, not to us. Or rather, not to me, because I'm asking the question. Okay, can we get a mic to the person? If there is another mic, please.
It's Mandela's birthday and freedom. I think so. I speak my mind.
Yes, that's good. You can speak your mind. It is Mandela's birthday, but I'm asking, where did the day come from? Who decided that we must have this day? But we are commemorating his birthday. Do we know which year he was born in? Because we all know which day, but which year was Mandela born in? Anyone that knows the year? But you are right, can we give her a hand? Because we are commemorating his birthday. But I just want to know if you know, where did they decide that we must have a day called Mandela Day? Because also, is it only South Africa that has Mandela Day? Someone says no, someone says I don't know. Okay. I'm asking a question, so can I get a hand? Do we only celebrate Mandela Day in South Africa?
There is an assistant here.
Morning, everyone. In 2009.
Okay, wait. Did you Google it? Or did you know it?
I wanted to be sure, but I couldn't.
No. I want to know if you knew it, or did you just Google it now?
I wasn't sure about the year, but I knew it was from the United Nations.
Okay,
Yes.
sharp.
So
okay.
I wasn't sure about the year.
All right, so you can continue.
So this day was recognized by the United Nations in 2009, whereby they declared that this day should be called the Mandela Day, to celebrate this icon who brought changes to the South African mostly in the world. Thank you.
Thank you. Can we give him a hand? So I wanted to start with that because I wanted us to know why something happens and why we do what we do. Because my role is to tell you why we are here. What's the purpose? You understand? So that's why I started by doing that exercise, because we all say something, we all know something, but we don't know why sometimes. So the purpose of this interaction, and yes, he's correct, and also we don't celebrate Mandela Day only in South Africa. It's a worldwide recognized day because it was instituted by the United Nations. The United Nations, for those that may not be aware, is the international body where all the countries of the world, I think it's now 194, comes together to talk and discuss the issues of the world and to come up with ideas on how do we overcome the problems of the world. That's the United Nations. And the United Nations, the head office is in New York, and they also have an office in Switzerland. And I'm telling you all of this so that you can start thinking about the fact that you live in a global world. We don't just live in South Africa. We don't just live in Ikageng. We don't just live in the shelter or the center. We are part of a global world. And why are we part of a global world? Because we have something called the internet. Do we all know what the internet is? I hear yes, yes. I want to know, do you know what is the internet? Can someone tell me what is the internet? I like doing things interactively. I'm not going to come here and talk to you. What is the internet? Anyone that wants to attempt to tell me what is the internet? Do we have any hands? Okay.
Hi guys, hello. So the internet, I think, is a platform in which everyone can be able to access information using the World Wide Web.
Okay. Thank you. But the internet is it's a connection of many computers and networks across the borders of countries that basically brings together information that is being shared in simple terms. So, but what makes the internet possible is the World Wide Web. And that's why I said we live in a global community. We are part of the world. And hence we are celebrating Mandela Day. And Mandela Day was called by the United Nations, which is a world body. And today, the purpose of this 5-day or 4-day interaction with you, firstly, as the Department of Communications and Digital Technologies, DCDT, so throughout the week, you're going to hear DCDT. It's Department of Communications and Digital Technologies, has decided to support the call for combating the scourge of gender-based violence, GBV, in South Africa. Now, as the department, it's not our program. GBV or combating GBV is a countrywide issue. You heard Lorato speaking just now, and she said we have a monster at hand. We are sitting with a situation in our country that every 7 to 11 minutes, someone is being violated, either physically, emotionally, sexually, economically, or in some other form of domestic violence in South Africa. So it's a what we want to call it, the people that work in the area of GBV, is we want to call it the second pandemic, because that's essentially what it is. So now, as DCDT, we had to say, we are our department, our role, DCDT, is the department that is responsible for digital technology and communications. So we are responsible for the policies and the laws in the country that deals with how do we get connectivity or internet to communities, how do we make sure that people understand how to use broadcasting in terms of TV and radio, and we are also responsible for making sure that we have mobile technology, that you have cell phone towers and networks. So where do we fit in GBV? That's what we had to think as DCDT. Where do we fit in? But before all of us started thinking, the president of the country was confronted by people like yourselves, by women and men, also a few men in the country that said we had enough of our women and our girls being killed, raped, destroyed essentially on a daily basis. In 2018, a group of women said we had enough and we are shutting down the country if there is not going to be done something about this. And that's when the president then listened, and he had the first summit on GBV in 2019. And he is the only president in the world that has ever had a summit about discussing this issue of gender-based violence. It has not happened anywhere else in the world. And that doesn't mean it's a nice thing. It's not a nice thing, but it's a good thing in the sense that we have political will. The president is taking this thing seriously. So then in 2020, there was a national strategic plan, which is the NSP on GBV, that the president released and he put out, and he said everybody, all government departments must work towards overcoming this scourge of GBV. So that's where DCDT then had to fit in, because we are a government department. And our role is, like I explained it earlier, but what we then said is we can't do everything, but we will start somewhere. And we have many other programs, and I will talk to that later in the week. But what our first intervention that we felt we wanted to start with was to say that we want to target women and girls and boys and men, the few boys and men that there might be that are living or that has just left a shelter or a place of safety. And we wanted to target that group of people, and we wanted to target them in hotspots. Those shelters must be in hotspots. That's why we are here, and this is a hotspot. And we then said, okay, so what is it that we're going to do? Because they are already victims, but we see them as survivors. So we want to see what is it that we're going to do. And then we sat down and we thought about it, and we said, okay, we are a digital department. Our main responsibility is digital technologies and communications. So we need to make them understand what are the opportunities and what's the opportunities and what is the value add that this sector brings to them. What can they get out of digital technologies and communications? So the first purpose of this 4 days is to give you information, as much information as we can about what is the fourth industrial revolution, what is digital technologies, what is communications, what are the opportunities, what is robotics, what is artificial intelligence, all these new technologies, and how can you access all of that information, and also what are the things that is in the sector. So there will be lots of presentations on 4IR, on digital skills, on the South African Post Bank will be talking. There will be a lot of information. So that's the first purpose, is to give you information. So you would have to listen and get that information. The second thing we said was, so now they've got all that information. So what does that mean? So what? Then we said we must give them a skill. They must leave with something, with a digital skill, something that they didn't have before they came to the program. And because we have SOCs in our department, state-owned companies that specifically deals with digitally skilling the country, training people in digital skills. And we work with partners, community-based organizations like Siafunda that does training on digital skilling. We then said the second objective of this program is to transfer digital literacy skills. So you will be trained, you will be given an understanding of what is the platform, the NAMISA platform, the learning platform, and how to be digitally, literally skilled. And then, so we said, okay, but they are victims or survivors of GBV. So how do we link it to what we are doing in terms of GBV? And then we said, we need to continue to raise awareness, even amongst survivors and victims and our stakeholders, on how technology can enable gender, it either promotes gender-based violence or it prevents gender-based violence. And that's why the third reason why you are here is we will be doing some awareness raising through presentations and conversations around what is GBV, what has the country done. That's where we will talk a little bit more about the NSP and so on. And that's where the Department of Social Development will come in, and they will be doing a presentation on what is the NSP and what have they done in terms of victim support. And then we will, as DCDT, will be telling you about what the DCDT has done in terms of the action plans around using communications and technologies. But also we will listen to your stories and hear what are some of the things that you are challenged with in terms of combating GBV in your communities, and how can we continue to raise awareness. So that is the 3 reasons why you are here. Firstly, to get information on the opportunities. Secondly, to get a digital skill. Thirdly, to raise awareness around how we can combat GBV collectively, but more so through the use of technology. And that's the purpose of the 4 days. But above that, it's also for you to connect with each other. It's for you to find yourself again, to look into yourself in this 4 days and say, okay, I'm here for 4 days, I'm getting all this information, but what is it that I am going to do when I leave on Friday? How am I going to be different, or am I going to be the same? Or is it just going to be a lekker 4 days where I'm going to eat a lot of muffins, or I don't know what they gave you earlier, drink a lot of tea, maybe get some lunch, because I don't know, whether things has been procured yet. So we still, you see, that's how it works in government. You pray a lot when you work in government, because maybe you might have lunch, maybe you might not. But I hope that it's not just about that. You understand? But it is also about that for us, because we want you to be comfortable. We want you to have something to eat and to relax. But please, let's also not just make it about that. Let's take as much as information. Let's get that skill, and let's raise awareness together around how we can combat this monster called gender-based violence in our communities. And what is it that me sitting here can do in my little space, in my little world, after I've gone through this program, what am I going to do going forward? And then obviously, you are not just a victim of GBV, isn't it? You're not just a victim. You're a mother, you're a sister, you have a business maybe, you want to study, so you start to think about all of those areas and see how and where can I use this information to change whatever space I find myself in. But that's the 3 days. So please, the laptops that is in front of you is for you to, when we're going to do the digital literacy skill. I didn't say anywhere in the purpose that anybody's getting a cell phone or a laptop. So don't on Friday say, but you said we're going to get cell phones or laptops, ne? I didn't say that. Then the other reason why we make sure we clarify the purpose is so that you don't sit here for 4 days and then on Friday you say, yo, I thought they're going to teach me to sew. And they never taught me to sew. Or they're going to teach me how to do woodwork. And I didn't get that skill. You understand? So that we are all clear on why we are here. So that when we leave on Friday, we can evaluate. Because every day we will do a recap. And we will check, how are we doing? Are we still on track? Are we meeting our targets as to what we wanted to achieve? And then on Friday, we will evaluate at the end to say, did we achieve what we wanted to achieve? And that's why it's important to know why we do something. So going back to Mandela Day, the theme for Mandela Day for this year is climate change, food security, and solidarity. But the primary objective of Mandela Day is to treat each other with compassion and forgiveness. That's the primary reason why that day was instituted. So I would hope that during this time that we are here together, we will treat each other with compassion and we will be quick to forgive. But we will also look out for each other. And why I'm saying look out for each other is especially when we go and eat. Ne? So that we don't eat so much that we forget there's another person. And when we go for breaks, let's keep each other accountable, that we come back the time that we agree to come back, so that we are able to start and work smartly during the 4 days. We started late, but obviously first day things happen, we have to deal with that. But we would not want to repeat that tomorrow. So let's work together and see how we keep each other accountable and we have compassion and we are quick to forgive and slow to take offense. I know if you were a victim of any abuse, offense is quick. You get offense, you take offense very quickly. It's not because you are an angry person. It's because that hurt and that pain is sitting right there. And anything that anyone says or does just brings it forward. But let's try to look at how we change the wheels during this 4 days. And we think about Mandela all the time, today at least, as we go through the day. Compassion, forgiveness. But the purpose, information dissemination, transfer of skill, and awareness. That's the 3 reasons why you are here. So I hope that you have listened and you've enjoyed the input that I've made. The other thing I want to say is July is not just my birthday month, just for information. It's also National Savings Month in South Africa now. National Savings Month. The emphasis is on how do we save our money? How do we manage our money? That's the purpose of July in terms of the South African calendar. So I hope that when we do get the presentation for Postbank, we haven't gotten confirmation yet, but we hope that they will be here sometime during the week, because they will be speaking on financial literacy and financial inclusion. Then we also have Siafunda Community Training Center. Now I'm telling you who are partners and who are working with us and who will be working with you during the week. So the first one is the South African Post Bank, because I was bringing them in first because it's National Savings Month as well this month. And the South African Post Bank is a state-owned company. They belong to DCDT. They are part of government. Siafunda Community Training Center is a community-based organization. They will be speaking just after me. So the two trainers will introduce themselves formally to you, but there are two that are here, and they will be here during the week from Siafunda. They will be doing information and dissemination and presentations for Siafunda with you, but they will also be assisting you with the digital literacy skills training when we're doing the training. But the training is provided by another state-owned company who is NAMISA, the National Electronic Media Institute of South Africa. They are also part of DCDT. They are also a government institution. The learning platform, you will be taught on a learning platform which is online, which will be on the computer. That learning platform belongs to NAMISA. And NAMISA is the entity in the DCDT that provides digital literacy that provides digital training, but they have many courses. We are only going to show you one during the 4 days, but they have many, and you are going to be able to go onto those courses after this once you are on the learning platform. Then we have, it's NAMISA, South African Post Bank, and Siafunda. Then we have some of our own colleagues in the department in DCDT that will be presenting to you on the digital skills strategy, because in everything there must be a law or a policy or a document that tells us what we want to do. So some of our colleagues will be talking on the digital skills strategy. There will be another colleague that will be talking about cybersecurity and the cybersecurity policy and tools, how to protect yourselves online. And those are the people that will be working with us during the week. And then you've already met Tandi, you've already met Hobby, and then there's Zakele that is also part of our team in terms of the gender directorate that's helping with the making sure that we have connection and so on. So that's the people that will be part of the 4 days, so that you are also familiar with who is in the room, and that you also make sure that you speak to us if there's anything that you need. In terms of logistics, any issues like that, it would be Hobby, the one that did the credentials. And then when it comes to content and the program, it's myself and Tandi. And then when it is issues relating to connectivity, it would be Zakele. And then obviously the trainers from Siafunda that will be helping you. So that's it from me. I hope that we are all clear now why we are here. I hope that we all know that who is in the room and who will be doing what. And I hope we also know what is expected from you. Remember, I told you that you need to start thinking about what is my plan of action when I leave here on Friday. So with that, I want to leave you with one thought. There's a saying that says self-control is doing not what you want to do, but what you have to do. So let's try to show self-control today. We all want to do things, isn't it? We want to go, we want to get up now because we're tired of listening to Petronella. Ne? But that's not what we have to do now. What we have to do now is to listen to Petronella so that we can get the information, isn't it? So that's self-control. That's essentially what it means to control yourself. When you start thinking about not what you want to do, but what you have to do. And Nelson Mandela he personified self-control. If there was a picture, if they had to put a picture for showing what is self-control, in my opinion, it would be Nelson Mandela. Because there was many times when he had to choose between what he wanted to do and what he have to do. So let's remember that for today. That's the thought for today. Self-control is what you do, not what you want to do, but what you have to do. Thank you very much. Where's Tandi? Hi, is Tandi here? Okay, if
Here.
is she here? Okay.
Yeah, I'm here.
All right.
I was
it's-
trying
yeah,
to
from
open the. Thank you very much, Ms. Linders. As you said, the next speaker will be Siafunda, who will be starting to give you presentation. You also mentioned that they will introduce themselves. So I'll give them a mic. I think it will be much better if they go in front so that we can all see them. And then they will tell you what they have for you. I assure you the energy will be there in this room. We won't sleep. Over to them.
Thank you. Good morning. Good morning. Sanbanan. Sanibonani. Goeiemorgen. Dumelang. How are you today? Are you sure you're good? Okay. So I want to see if you're really good. Can we all stand up? So, before I introduce myself, we're going to start this session with a very nice warm-up or exercise. So I want you to take yourselves back to your childhood, your inner child. Do you know what's an inner child? Like bungwaneng bahao. Lang understand that no? I can life ibtata. Life is hard, right? So how about in this 4 days we enjoy ourselves? Do we all agree? So we're going to have so much fun. Okay. So this is what you're going to do. We're going to do affirmations. So do you know what affirmations are? Who wants to try and tell us what is affirmations? Okay. Have you ever seen someone go moving Ari? I shebile go. Have you ever seen someone go TV maybe? I shebile go Amira, konje ke eng Amira ka Sesotho? Yeah, spill. Spill. I shebile ko spilling Ari. I'm beautiful, I'm strong, I'm intelligent. Have you ever seen that? Those are your affirmations. It's like you are telling yourself that you are capable, you are strong, like you believe in yourself. Is it clear? I try to explain it in very simple terms. Is it clear? So today I'm going to show you how to do your affirmations in a very nice way. So do we all know, if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands? Cool. So now, because we're in the 4IR era, we're going to change it. We're going to make it more interesting using the same rhythm. So this is how it's going to go. And then we're all going to sing. And we're all going to dance. Are we ready? And I'm just going to put the mic down. Please bear with me. My voice is too small, ne? But I'm showing you how we sing it first, and then I will show you how we dance. I'm alive? I'm alive? I can't hear you. Yes, I'm alive. I'm alive. I'm alert. I'm alert. Let's start over. Where's I'm alive? Okay, I'm alert is this one, okay? And please note, it's going to be a bit tricky. I'm going to trick you. It's one of the tricks that we usually do to see if you guys are focused. So this is how it goes. I'm alive, I'm alert, I'm awake, I'm enthusiastic. Did you see that? Again, I'm alive, I'm alert, I'm awake, I'm enthusiastic. And then we're going to use the same rhythm of, if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. So this is how it's going to go. I'm alive, alert, awake, enthusiastic. I'm alive, alert, awake, enthusiastic. I'm alive, alert, awake, alert, alive. Thank you. So did you get it? So did you guys get it? I'm in the potter. Okay, so let's do it again with more energy. Let's sing it out. Let's have so much fun. We're going to learn quite a lot. So let's start by having so much fun and bringing out the energy. Okay, we're all singing, right? We're all dancing, right? Let's go. I'm alive, alert, awake, enthusiastic. I'm alive, alert, awake, enthusiastic. You guys are shy, you're not singing. I need everyone to sing. My voice is even louder than yours at this point. Let's go. I'm alive, alert, awake, enthusiastic. I'm alive, alert, awake, enthusiastic. I'm alive, alert, awake, alert, alive. Alive, alert, awake, enthusiastic. Okay, I want us to do it faster. That was very slow. Let's now do it very, very fast. Let's go. I'm alive, alert, awake, enthusiastic. I'm alive, alert, awake, enthusiastic. I'm alive, alert, awake, alert, alive. Alert, awake, enthusiastic. Faster. Let's go. I'm alive. Again, for the last time. Faster. Okay? Let's go. I'm alive, alert, awake, enthusiastic. I'm alive, alert, awake, enthusiastic. I'm alive, alert, awake, alert, alive. Alive, alert, awake, enthusiastic. Okay, thank you so much. You can all take your seats. Okay, so thank you so much for the warm welcome, Miss Linda's, Mam Tandi, Mam Khobi. Thank you so much for welcoming us. So now I will start by introducing myself, and then my colleague will also come and introduce himself. And then, yes, let's start. So my name is Sharon Koza, and I'm from Siafunda Community Technology Center. And we will be with you for the whole week, teaching you all everything that you need to know. So be ready. Make use of those notebooks, make use of those pens, like you must write down everything. So I am a STEM and our facilitator. I'm also an artificial intelligence instructor, also an ITE instructor. I do quite a lot, so I can write a book. So now I will just hand it over to my colleague. Yes.
Hi guys. Are you guys okay? Alina ke batla re ro peleng. Stand up. Stand up. It's cold in here, ne? Very, very cold. Don't worry, after this exercise, it will be hot. Ne? And we're just gonna, okay, how is this gonna roll? So I'm just gonna be giving you guys instructions. And then I just want to see what kind of people am I dealing with, ne? But don't worry, it will be more exciting, ne? So you do what I say, not what I do. King Kakasutu. Odira se kisi. Odira se kisi buang. Not ising se kisi etang. Okay. Keys and instructions, ne? So this is Kantle. Kameti. Kantle. Kameti. The instruction ringi. You do what I say, not what I do. Ne? Kantle. Kameti. Kantle. Kameti. Kameti. Hey man, you do what I say, not what I do. Simple instruction. Kantle. Kantle. Kameti. Kameti. Kantle. Kameti. Kameti. Kantle. Kameti. Kameti. Kantle. Kameti. Kameti. Yeah. Did you guys get the instructions? Okay. Kantle. Kantle. Kameti. Kameti. Kantle. Kantle. Kameti. Kameti. Kantle. Kameti. Kantle. 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 Kameti. Kameti. Okay, you can sit down. Karibu wane. Warm welcome, guys. And Lina, I've received a warm welcome from Mrs. Kilibeti Lina Lahai, but then I got the warm welcome. My name is Amos Chauke, and I'm from Siafunda. I'm a program coordinator for STEM and 4IR programs, and also digital literacy. Ne? So I'll be with you throughout the week. Don't worry, you're in the right hands. I'm super patient and super kind. Thank you.
Okay, so that's Amos and Sharon. So now you know who they are. And like I explained, they are from Siafunda Community Training Center. So I was checking because I thought they've changed it by now you should change it to Computer Training Center, not community, because they do everything about technology and computers and understanding how to use computers. So what I wanted to say is that I wanted to explain that as DCDT, we cannot do the program on our own. And the lesson that I want you to learn in that is that you always have to have a support structure, a team, a group of people around you that enables you to do what you do. So Siafunda is one of our community or non-governmental organizations that has been working with DCDT for many years. And they empower young people to do what they do. You understand? So I just want to encourage each and every young woman or young man, if there are any in the room, or even listening, because we are online as well, as far as I know, that you can do anything. And technology is the equalizer. With technology, you can do anything, anywhere, if you just have that alertness, and if you are alive, and if you are focused, because that's what technology needs. So when they are going to present now, you need to be focused, you need to be alert, and you need to listen. And you must ask questions at the end, please. Don't just receive the information. Engage with the information and ask questions, and so that you, when you leave, you have clear understanding of the information, so that you can also use it yourself, but you can also share it with other people. And if you don't have clarity on something, then ask for clarity. But I wanted to just explain who Siafunda is and how we work with them, so that but especially for the survivors of GBV, I want to say that you need to start looking at who is your support structure, who supports you, who's going to help you to do what you want to do when you leave the shelter or the place of safety, and also this 4-day program. So over to you, Sharon. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Let's give moms a round of applause. Okay, so I'm going to show you a new way on how to clap, which we call it a digital clap. That's how we call it, but we will see it later on. So I'm going to be presenting to you the 4 IR and top 10 careers of information technology. So the presentation will come up just now. So we're going to have a conversation. We are all going to converse, have a conversation, so that you will understand everything clearly and in very, very simple terms, okay? So before we start, does any one of you know what is 4 IR? Remember, no answer is wrong. You can use your own general knowledge. You can use your own understanding. Like let's converse. Remember, I told you to be free as much as possible. So please engage, talk to me, be free. You can use any language that you want to use. We are all humans. We will translate if we have to translate. So we have a hand there. Who else wants to attempt? We also have a hand there. Where's the other mic? Thank you. I don't. Mic. Okay. We have 2 hands. Any other hands? 4IR. What is 4IR? Before we even start, what is 4IR? Okay. Yes, sir. You can go ahead.
Thank you. 4IR is Fourth Industrial Revolution.
Okay. Just like that. Okay, thank you. So what do you understand about 4IR? What's happening there?
Okay. If you can ask me what is all about it, it's a concept about technology.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Ado? Yes, who's speaking? Sorry.
Sorry for that. It's Walter John Snow.
Walter.
John Snow, yes.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you so much for your answer. Let's hear the other one.
Hi, everyone.
Hello.
My name is Tuto.
Hi, Tuto.
So the fourth industrial revolution is how basically technology evolved from the industrial age to information to augmented reality, downright to virtual reality. Yeah.
Interesting. Thank you so much, Tato. So, before we even get to 4IR, let's.
Tuto.
Oh, Tuto, sorry. Sorry, Tuto. So, before we even dive deep to 4IR, let's first understand where it comes from. Okay? Now I'm going to tell a story. Are you ready? Before you even get so, what is this, anxious of using a computer or a laptop, let's first understand where it's coming from. Okay, so remember I said I want you guys to engage with me. I want you to talk to me. This is going to be very interesting. So let's start. Before there was a stove, how do you think people were cooking? Before there was a stove. Let's think outside of the box. Just raise your hand, we come to you. And I'm expecting so much hands, like, where are their hands? Oh, you don't know. Okay, let me ask another question. I'm coming. I've pointed 2 hands. Before they invented matches, how did they start a fire? Let's talk. Yes, I see the hands now. I see the hands now. Okay, where should I start? This side? Okay.
With stones.
With stones. Can you demonstrate? Hajwang so.
Ya bana ko panza ba shapa.
Yeah, basha.
Ba formal.
And then mulo. Okay. And then we have another answer. Where? There?
Dumelang.
Dumela.
O buang ke le ena ne.
Okay.
Okay, before the stove, ne re dirisa dikgong ko ntle go apaya.
The
Kgotsa re dirisa mpaola, re tsaya thini e tona ya bento or something like that.
Okay.
Re iphunya diphahla yana, then re tsenya dikgong mo gare re apaya ka.
Okay, nice. Thank you. Next.
Libito.
Libito, sorry.
Lena.
Lena.
It's the same thing.
Same thing.
Okay.
Ke Elene o buang. Rona before re starta go etsa before stove se nna teng,
Okay.
we were using a wood and the ba re ke eng, mashala,
Okay.
coals.
Yes.
Yes, and
I
then
know you're raising more questions. Okay. Carry on.
okay, and then re etsa fatshe,
Okay.
then re etsa a hole mo hatsi, and then re tseya mashala ale, re tseya di ba re ke eng, dikgong tsele tsa rona tsele, and then re starta go betsa gantsa matlapa, then re etsa mollo mo stove seo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay. We have another hand. You are connected to the internet. You may research because research is very important. Ne? But I will see if you used Google.
Ke nna Felicia.
Mhm.
Nna ke itse before go na le matches. Re ne re tsaya re ne re epa quid and then re tsenya mashala ka mo re be re tsa something like stock and
Okay.
then we do this.
Oh, how old are you?
And then it like mollo old.
How old are you?
Hey, I want you to do it for us today.
Yeah.
Demonstrate it.
Thank you so much. Who else wants to try? I think the ideas are coming now. Like they are popping up. Your mind is like, ish, vele beba yenza. Oh, ish, beba yenza jwang. Oh, mege sebedisa paraffin. Hey, mege sebedisa di candle. The answers are coming now, right? Yes, those are your answers. So, your first industrial revolution revolves around Hori. There was a change. Revolution is a change, okay? So it was all about change, and I will explain everything to you. Like you will understand and you will enjoy everything. So now I have another question. How did coal come to existence? Malachi. How do you think it came to existence? And I also asked the Menchis, do you think Menchis was already there or someone invented it? It was already there, ne? It's just that people were unknown about it, ne? Ah, let's talk. Do you think someone invented Menchis? Are we all agreeing that someone invented Menchis? No. No, like only few of you are saying yes. Are we all agreeing that someone invented Menchis? Okay, cool. So now, I want to ask you a simple question. What is technology? I want to answer from there, from this side, from that side, and from that side. 1, 1, 1. 1, 1, 1. What is technology?
Technology is the use of knowledge, skills, resources, materials to meet people's needs and wants.
Yes. Should we give her a round of applause? Thank you. And what's your name again? Tudo. And I'm going to choose randomly if you don't raise your hand. You're going to tell me what is technology. What is technology? Yes. Yes, you can try.
Technology is the information who comes. Technology, technology ki information oyifumanayo ebantwini. So ma uyifumana kuyala nokuthi ngeyiphi le information uyifunayo. Ngicabanga kanjalo. Igama lami.
Thank you, Nomvuselelo. I told you I will pick randomly if you don't raise your hand. Why are you hiding yourself? What is technology? Try. Try.
Je tsa ngwana ko ge na ba mfile homework ba re ke technology tla re ke eng.
Technology is the skills in meeting someone's stress. Technology is something you did for someone.
Thank you. What's your name? Thank you, Bwangiwe. Thank you. Yes. Oh, okay.
We have a hand here.
Hello, here is the server speaking. According to my knowledge, technology is the process whereby there is a skills for development in people's life from the past to the future generation. For example, we were using the wood to make food outside. Now we are using the stove. We were using a candle for lighting at home. Now we are using lights. Thank you.
Thank you, Desaba. I think we should give her the digital clap. What do you think, Miss Linders? So this is how we do it. This is how we do it. Do you want to do it?
Okay, so I just want to remind us all that we are all here to learn. So when someone is speaking, let's try to listen. Let's try to engage and get what that person is saying. Because I've just watched now, whilst they were doing the questions, when people are answering, other people are having conversations, others are not listening. Let's not do that, so that we remember why we are here, because this is part of the learning. But I wanted to also say, let's not make things difficult for ourselves. Because yes, technology is all of the things that she said, and she answered it beautifully. But let's think about ourselves and our daily lives. Technology is essentially just a way of doing things differently or better that you did before. You understand? Because that's essentially what technology is. Then you get, they then link, the internet came in, then it became information technology, because now you can store and you can share information using an electronic platform. But technology itself is essentially just the way you do things. You do something differently so that you can get a better outcome. I'll use a very simple example of which I don't actually agree with this. I don't like it at all. But moms, people that gave birth to a baby, ne? Before we only knew about breastfeeding, ne? And all the guys, please just chill. It's okay. We have to give the baby milk, because I can now think what goes into your heads now. When you breastfeeding, ne? We all just knew about giving the baby milk by putting the baby's mouth by our breast, ne? And then they drink, and that's it. But then somebody thought about, what about when I'm tired, I want to sleep, but the baby must still drink, ne? Yeah. Then somebody thought, why can't we get the milk out of the breast and put it into something, and then the baby can still drink and I can sleep, but it's still breastfeeding. It's still breast milk, sorry. You understand? So that's why I want you to think like, don't make things difficult, but that's essentially what technology is. When somebody thinks about something to do the same thing, but in a better way, that will make it quicker, easier, and more efficient for everybody. But obviously she will talk to you about how it evolved, how we got to where we are now, because that's why we had the stones. That's technology. When they were making fire with the stones, you understand? Then it evolved to the matches. And then it evolved to the lighters. Then it evolved to, what came after the lighter? To light, to make fire. I think it ended there in terms of making fire. You understand? Like actual fire now. But I'm saying, do you understand what I'm trying to explain to you guys? Or ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, but please, let's be involved in the conversation. Eh? All of us. I know the room is big, so it's difficult for all of us to listen and to hear. So let's try to speak up. Let's try to listen and so on, so that we all can get something out of the day. Ne? All right.
Thank you so much, moms. Okay, so In a nutshell, technology is anything that is made by people to help us. Let's give ourselves a round of applause. But let me teach you the digital one. Isn't it we here to learn digital skills? So before you even learn your digital literacy or digital skills, you first need to understand where this technology is coming from. That's why we're explaining everything from the scratch, okay? Okay, so now before we start, let's give ourselves a digital round of applause. This is how you do it. You're going to rub your hands and they should be very, very warm. Oh, sorry. Should I go up? Let's all rub our hands like this. You warm your hands, you warm your hands, you warm your hands, you warm your hands. Aren't you feeling cold? Like warm your hands. Warm them, warm them, warm them. And then we all going to say, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, we are the champions. Did you get it? Yes. We warm it up, we warm it up, we warm it up. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, we are the champions. All clear? Okay, let's do it. Warm it up then. Let's warm it up, let's warm it up. Is it hot? It should be very, very hot. Okay, in 3, 2, 1, let's go. We are the champions. Indeed, we are. Okay, so moving forward to my next slide. To make more, next slide. Did you know that the first person who programmed a computer is a woman? Gentlemen, excuse us for a minute. This is our moment. Do you know that the first person who programmed a computer was a woman? Do you know that? No. You don't even know what is programming, right? I should break it down, right? Okay, so programming is telling a computer what to do. Basically, you are instructing a computer on how to perform a certain task. A computer uses its own language. Isn't it we also have our own languages that we speak? So a computer also uses its own specific language to communicate. So the lady that you see there was the first lady that said, you know what, there's a confusion in this, so let me just add this and that, give it some certain instruction. Isn't it as mad as we always instruct our children or our babies? Do we do that? Yes, so that was her baby and she instructed it on how to communicate or how to perform certain tasks. Is it clear? Usually when I facilitate, I try to make everything simple. I simplify everything for everyone so that they understand from scratch, okay? So what is to program? I just said it now. I want you to raise your hand. I just said it now. I want to see if you have listening skills, because another thing about learning the 4IR technologies, about learning digital skills, about programming, you also need your listening skills. You need to see if you were listening and you understand what we're talking about. So I just told you what is programming. What is programming? Let's talk. Be free. Like, ladies and gentlemen, please be free. Relax. Who wants to try? And I'm not supposed to be even saying who wants to try. You should give me the answer. I just told you. What is to program?
My name is Kinalama. Computer programming is to tell the computer what to do.
Thank you. Let's give her a digital round of applause. I showed you how you do it. We're going to say she's a champion. Let's warm it up. Let's warm it up. Let's warm it up. You're just going to point it to her. 3, 2, 1, let's go. She's a champion. Perfect. So as you can see on the screen, it says Ada Lovelace, born in 1815, is considered by many to be the first woman computer programmer. And programming is a process of creating a set of instructions that tell a computer how to perform a task. Programming can be done using various computer programming. So, do you know what is binary? You don't. Okay, so before we even explain the other coding or programming languages, a computer uses 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. As you see, there's a picture displayed there. In the background, it only sees 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0. Please research. Take it down on your notes. You must research more about binary. Binary. No, not now. We're not using the laptops now. We're still on the theory part. Take the name down, binary, go research and find out more about it. Okay, and then moving forward, a computer uses different programming languages, especially if you want to create a website, if you want to develop an app, if you want to do quite a lot. For an example, if you want to create your own website, do we know what a website is? Yes, we know. So I'm just gonna pick one person to tell us what is a website. Let's see, okay? We have a hand at the back. We chose randomly. Ado,
I didn't hear you.
what is a website? Oh, another thing, if you don't hear me or you don't understand me, please let me know if I'm not clear enough. What is
A what?
a website?
Website in the computer is somewhere where we going to.
Okay.
We want to go to.
To find information, right?
Yes.
Like Google, so.
Yes.
Okay.
To Google information.
Nice.
Yes.
Thank you. Who can tell me how many of you here would love to create their own websites? How many of you would like to create your own website? Imagine having your own website. How cool is that? So this site doesn't want to create their website. They don't want to create their website. What are you saying about that? Or please break it down to them and explain what is a website. Maybe they will understand.
Okay, so thank you, Shares, for the platform. So in simple term, the website, same like Sharon, I like to simplify things, right? We all went to the browser or Google, all of us, right? For applications, for research, whatever the reason may be. So as you see, the website has links. When you click the link, it takes you to another link or website, something like that. So take a website as a book, right? When you type whatever that you type, it will take you to a certain website. And then when you click to a certain link, it takes you to another link. It's more like you're opening a book like this. So a website, it's a book that has a certain information, right? So that's a simple term of explaining a website, right? Yeah, I don't want to hit you guys with big concept, right? But take it as a book. When you go online, finding any information, what do you find in a book? Information, right? What do you find on a website? Okay. What do you find on a magazine? And what? Pictures, right? Also on website, you'll see colors, you'll see pictures there and videos and also information. So take it as that. That's a website.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Amos. Okay, so another example, let's say you want to advertise maybe your business or you want to create a profile online. A profile is more like a page where you tell the world about yourself professionally, like, okay, I have this professionally. So let me just make an example with the business page. So you can create a website to actually promote your business with the website. In most cases, in this nowadays, you will see they will say, do you have a website? So your website is where you showcase your business, your small business. You can have your own Kota website that has your name in it. And then you show people your Kotas, you show people every product that you are selling. So We will get there. We will show you what is a website, but I do believe that you understand what a website is from now. How many of us understand what a website is? Just say Sharp Sharp Sharon and Amos. Yes. Okay. So yes, what is programming again? What is programming? Perfect. Can I have another slide, please? Okay, so let me first read that and then I will explain what you see on the screen. But I'm sure when you see those things, something pops up in your mind. Am I lying? Okay. So the Industrial Revolution was the transition from creating goods. Yes, it's before and after. That's why we call it revolution, because it's before and after. Even with the term, with the technology term, it's just a revolution of things. They're just changing, like standards, levels. So technology is anything made by people to help us. Don't forget that. Okay? Even the glass that you are using to drink water with, it's technology. It's not only related to electronical stuff. Okay? So the Industrial Revolution was a transition from creating goods by hand using machines. Its start and ends are widely debated by scholars, but the period generally spanned from about 1760 to 1840. So let me break down this to you. Before they used those beautiful phones there, who can tell me, what do you think they used to send or write or send a message? What were they using to send a message before? Letters. Let's all say letters. And the answer is already there. You see, that's why we said we like breaking down everything into smaller chunks. Okay, you see, the older people, they know these things.
Oh, thank you, Mayor, to rescue me. I was about to ask that. Before, in the olden days, before they start to use letters, as we can know, in the ancient system like that, people didn't know how to write. So they were giving you an information to go and send it to a certain person. You were just walking, let's say from Durban to Pietermaritzburg or from Durban to Lesotho.
Perfect. I love that. I love it when we engage. It makes me have energy. So perfect.
Even before that.
Even before, wow. Okay.
Even before we started walking. That's why when you go to Egypt, you will go and see the hieroglyphic writings. And when you now, a few weeks ago, there was on the news about them finding writings on stones from almost 3,000 years ago. So where people would just write something on a stone and leave it there, and they would hope that somebody would come and see it. So it goes back long before we even did the talking, before we did the writing, but we communicated. We communicated. We made sure that information got to people somehow, some way. So I think it's just interesting that we are less innovative today. That's just my opinion. Whilst we have all these resources, we are less innovative than the people that were innovative way back then. Like if you think just about next month, we are celebrating August month, Women's Month. 20,000 women came to the Union Buildings in 1956. They didn't have cell phones. They didn't have even television. We didn't have TV in South Africa. We had no communication tools of the things that we have today. But on the 9th of August, 1956, 20,000 women from across South Africa was at the Union Buildings. So ask yourself, how did they do that? You understand? So I'm just concerned that we are less innovative today.
True.
And we have much more resources.
That's true. We just have to think outside of the box.
Actually, throw the box away.
So, as you can see, we learn every day, isn't it? Everyone learns, everyone learns every day. Every day. And that's the nice part about life, because we learn every day. Okay. So, in other meaning or in other terms, those ones I knew, they are also part of new technology because the resources are there. It's just that, I don't know, what do you need? Motivation or what? The motivation is there. What do you need? Are we lazy? Are we lazy? Should we say we're lazy? We're not lazy. What's the problem? What's the problem? You're gonna start over.
I'd say the problem is the very many things, the very many challenges that we encounter day to day, and interpersonal challenges as well. Looking at yourself in the mirror can be the hardest thing to do and be motivated about what you see. So motivation in itself is just being vague about the difficulty of life. And now that it has evolved, it gets harder and harder to think about it in your own self and get out of your own struggle by yourself. So, yeah.
Thank you so much. Interesting. The other part is that we all have different opinions. But how about we combine all those opinions and come up with a solution? Technology is all about, or let me just say, life in general is all about solving a problem. Even now you are thinking that, what am I going to cook today? And then you're going to answer yourself, you're solving a problem. So life is all about solving a problem. So before we point out all our problems, let's try to structure them down, write them down, see how you fix them, because it's all about solving a problem. Is it clear? Sharp, sharp, Sharon. Okay, thank you. So yes, we've learned something different, and as I said before we start with the lesson, we're going to learn quite a lot, and we are. Am I lying? Okay, so the two elders in the room, they also told us about their experience on how they used to communicate, right? Then now, maybe it's new technologies as well, this because they used also letters. They used to use a letter to write and say, my husband, our kids miss you. And then it has to go to the post office. It needs stamps. It needs all those admin and processes. But then there's someone who said, you know what? Hi, too much admin. And said, you know what? Let's invent a phone. Am I still in the right path? And then someone said, let's invent a phone so that I can just communicate with this person easily. And then there was that old phone. Is it old or it's new? It's old. To us, the new generation is old, right? Yes. So they used that phone before they used the other ones. Okay, let me just explain it like this. After that person invented that phone that stays at home, there was also the other one that you go to. It's like a stand. You call there and then you go back home.
Mobile phone.
Yes, mobile phone. What? What is it?
A call box. That's what it was called.
A call box.
Yes, a call box, because it was a phone in a box that we go to.
Oh, yes.
Interesting, isn't it?
Do they know what it is? Do they remember it?
Yes.
Do people remember the call box, the phones that was on the street, on the road? Then you have to go and put money in, and then you must call. Yeah. Remember? So that was before there was phones in the house, because then the house phone came, the landline. That's called the landline, or the fixed phone rather. That's what it was called here. But I remember the call box because I grew up in Western Cape, but I had to go to Gauteng when I was 19 for the first time traveling out of the province, blah, blah, blah. So I used to, every stop when I got off the bus, I went to the call box to go and say, I'm still alive.
Thank you so much, moms, for sharing. And then they said, too much admin again. Let's get something that is portable. And then they said, okay, let's get the Nokia 3310. And then someone said, it's too heavy. And then someone said, no, let me invent a smartphone. And then that's your smartphone. Let's give a round of applause. Let's give technology a round of applause. A digital one. Digital one. Let's warm it up. Remember, the technology term is anything made by people to help us. The smartphone, isn't it helping us?
It is.
It is. So we are the champions. Okay, let's warm it up. Let's warm it up. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. We are the champions. Okay, cool. Thank you. Next slide. Okay, so those are your revolutions. We explained almost all of them. So now, your first industrial revolution was in 1765, which is your mechanization, led by steam engine, followed by the second revolution, which is your mass production, driven by electricity and oil-based power. That's where electricity came about. And then in 1969, that was the third revolution, whereby they invented what? Automation. That whatever can work on its own, or maybe, let me make an example with a washing machine. You just press it that, okay, wash, spin, dry, or whatever. So that's your automation. Don't forget the technology term, anything that is made by people to help us, okay? So 1969, your automated production, which supported electronics and information technologies. Then the fourth one, your fourth industrial revolution, 4IR. It's your new technologies, your Internet of Things, in short, IoT, your artificial intelligence, AI, your big data, your cloud, your cyber physical system, and more. They don't end there. The new technologies, they're quite a lot. They just need you. They need you guys. Like, you need them and they need you. Yes. Next slide, please. I've already explained everything in there. I started by explaining everything. Then now, the Industrial Revolution. What is this Industrial Revolution? Let's start by explaining artificial intelligence, which is the new technologies. Your new technologies consist of IoT, AI, cloud, 5G, research, so that you can know more of them. Today, I'm just gonna talk about artificial intelligence. So what is artificial intelligence? It's the simulation of human intelligence processed by machine, especially computer systems. Specific application of AI include expert system, natural language processing, which is your NLP, and speech recognition, and machine vision. So your AI, I don't know if you've heard that we have an automated car, a self-driven car. Do you know that there's a self-driven car? If you know, just raise your hand so that I see how many people know about it. How many people know about the self-driven car? How many of us? Please tell me more about it.
We just hear about it, we never saw it.
What does it do? What do they say about it?
A driven car is a car that have automatically everything inside. If you want to go somewhere, there's a GP there, you just press, I'm from here to there. And then it's going to drive you until you reach your destination.
Let's give her a round of applause. Another warm one. Let's say she's awesome. Yes. Let's warm it up, warm it up, warm it up, warm it up. Warm it up. Is it warm? It should be hot. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. You are awesome. Thank you. So yes, a self-driven car, as interesting it can be, it's trained. Like you train it. Like when you train your child on how to walk, it's also trained. That's why we have programmers. The people who tell a computer what to do or a machine what to do. So basically that self-driven car, it didn't come like that. There's someone who had an idea and then that person implemented the idea. Then the self-driven car, it drives itself. You just get inside and sit and then it takes you to your destination, as she said. But in the background, it was coded, or rather, it was programmed that, you know, when you reach a certain point, you must turn left, meaning it was given instructions. So programming is all about giving instructions. Am I right, Ado?
Correct, 100%.
So they gave it instructions. They trained it that when you see a human being, this is what you do. When you see a dog, this is what you do. Basically, you need to train all the information. You need to train your car with all the information. If it sees a plant, it should know what to do. If it sees another different car or maybe a horse, what do they call it? A horse what? Is it a, what do they call it? A horse. Pere. What is it? It's a what? Pere in English. No. No. It's a, okay, fine. So, so in a nutshell, you need to train that car. Let's say you are a programmer. You need to train the car that when you reach maybe a chair, this is a chair. You just turn left, that's all, or turn right, that's all. Basically, it was given all the information and all the instructions, okay? Is it clear? Okay, thank you. And we have the NLP that we just spoke about, which is natural language processing. How does it apply? We have Google Assistant. How many of us are familiar with Google Assistant? Google Assistant. How many of us uses Google? All of us. Doesn't your phone say, are you saying something, or like, do you want to search for something? Doesn't it say that? It does, right? That's your Google Assistant. Can you record with your phone on Google and say, hi Google, please search, what is a dog? Do you do that? That is your NLP, which is your natural language processing. Basically, they trained Google Assistant to recognize your voice, okay? And then it will be able to give you your answers or your information. And there's the other one, the famous one. I mean, I use Android. There's Siri, the one that you see there at the bottom, it's Siri. Siri does the same thing. So at least Android has a Google Assistant, Siri has, iPhone has Siri. So you understand now? Okay, can I have another slide? And then that picture explains the evolution of the first industrial revolution to the fourth one. Another slide, please. And then this one explains that someone came with an idea that, you know what, packing things one by one, it's taking a lot of time out, but we invent a machine that will just assist us with packing or packaging, okay? Which is your mechanism. Next slide, please. And then that's your automated machines. Someone said, you know what? Using my hands to just pack in the box, it's taking time. Let's just invent a machine that will just pack for us. Automated. Another slide, please. Your new technologies. Your new technologies, I already spoke about them. One of them is what? New technologies. Look at your notes. Maybe you took it down. New technologies. What are in the new technologies? Fourth Industrial Revolution. In the fourth Industrial Revolution. We are now in the fourth Industrial Revolution. Your computers, your internet, your everything. I mentioned, I think, 3 of them. Okay, I'm gonna, Internet of Things, artificial intelligence, virtual reality, augmented, like, let's give her a round of applause, a hot one. She's a champion. Let's warm it up. And I hope you took those notes down. They will help you. Let's give her a very warm round of applause. Let's warm it up. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. Perfect. So those are your new technologies.
Is there more slides? I just want to check if they are learning anything. So maybe you need to just put them into groups and ask them to give you 2 or 3 things back so that we can just see, because the room feels a bit heavy.
Okay. What time is their lunch?
At 2.
Okay. Yes, we do, but I think I'll. Okay, so we have how many lines? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 3 or 4 groups each table. I want you guys to have a leader. You're going to get your leader here, a leader here, a leader here, meaning you are leading the team. We're having a group discussion, okay? We are all having a group discussion. 1 person per group is going to lead the team. Is it clear? Okay. So you will choose which one is your lead, which one is your lead, which one is your lead. And I want you to discuss on these following topics. The first topic would be, please take it down. I want you to discuss about the second revolution, the second industrial revolution. That's the first point or first topic. Followed by what is programming. And when you give me the answers, I want you to give me something juicy. Spice it up, research if you have to. What is programming? Then the third one would be your new technologies, which is in your 4IR, the 4IR technologies. And I'm giving you, let's say, 15 minutes for the discussion, and I'll be roaming around to check if you guys are cooperating and working as a team. Only 15 minutes. Amos, can we have a timer? Thank you. 15 minutes. Amos and I will be roaming around just to see if you guys are, yes, in the right path. Yes? The third question is the new technologies in the fourth industrial revolution. The second question is, what is programming? And the first question was? The first question, what was the first question? Second revolution, right? Yes, what is your second industrial revolution? That's number one. Number two, what is programming? Number three, the fourth industrial revolution technologies. Yes, so me and Amos will be roaming around to see if you guys are okay and are working. 15 minutes.
It's time up. It's time up. I'm requesting 3 leaders from this side to come. Come in front.
In front, leaders.
Leaders.
Leader from here, leader from here, leader from there. Let's go, come with me. Leader from there, come with me. Leader from here, come with me. Let's go. Follow the leader.
Posa.
Follow.
And then
follow.
when one leader goes out, the other one comes in. Right?
Okay.
Please. Itlang, the leaders. Leaders of the groups. From this side. I'm not understand. What are you saying?
Why not?
Sharon.
Yeah, you're telling us which one. What did we learn?
Shez, how many leaders we have this side?
3.
How? Itla. Skathaba.
3 each, 3 each, 3 each. Yeah, we present. And then I repeat it.
Okay, so the leaders are going to present on behalf of their team based on what they researched. So 2 leaders will be this side, seated in the sofas comfortably, and then one will be presenting. And then when he or she is done, will go out, and then the other one will come. Refuman, yes? I can't hear you. Ethan. Ethan. Are you from this side or that side?
Okay.
I asked from this side.
Okay. And then now it's just this part.
What was my question? Okay, so we have our first presenter from Group 1.
Yes.
She's the leader. She will introduce herself and then her members of the group. And then afterwards, she will tell us about their research. All the best. And over to you.
Can I please just have, okay, hi guys. Hi, my name is Tuto, and I am from Group 1. Unfortunately, I didn't, yes, and
Guys, please listen to the presenter in front.
I'm in a group with Felicia and Neo. So what we wrote was the second revolution, mass production, is about how it ushered the dramatic shift from agrarian to an industrial society. This revolution radically changed the social and economic backbone of countries. Mass production allowed access to electricity, railroads, the telegraph, the telephone, and other inventions. Rapid advances in creation of steel, chemicals, and electricity helped fuel production. It became far easier to get around on trains, automobiles, and bicycles. Ideas and news spread via newspaper, radio, and telegraphs. And then what is programming? Programming is a collaboration between humans and computers in which humans create instructions for a computer to follow in a language a computer can understand. Programming languages are used to write all computer programs and computer software. A computer language is like a set of instructions that the computer follows to do something. And then the fourth industrial revolution, new technologies with includes the Internet of Things, artificial intelligence, augmented reality, and virtual reality. So the Internet of Things is basically how now it's so much easier to get everything done using the internet, meaning you can buy online. You can basically have a life online and not have to go anywhere. So that is how technology now evolved in the internet. And then artificial intelligence is basically now being able to create natural things using technology, our plants, our human beings now. So that is artificial intelligence. And augmented reality is being able to be inside technology. So now there are these glasses that we wear, we are inside the game, and we can be inside movies, you know, something better than 4D. And then virtual reality is our horoscopes or something like that, where now we can be able to talk to a person that is not here, but using technology, they can be literally in front of us. Thank you.
Wow. Yeah. Wow. I think we need a digital. We need a digital one. Let's give them a very, very hot round of applause. Let's warm it up. What are we saying? She's a champion. They are the champions. Oh, you are the champions. Okay, let's warm it up. Let's warm it up. Let's warm it up. Let's warm it up. All right, guys, the 10 is coming. So let's give other people a round of applause. Well done. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. Yeah. Thank you so much. Well done. Next.
Okay, Dumelang. Oh, my name is Jacobs Jonita. And my team there, unfortunately, I don't know their name. I just know Tsofatso Peko. Everyone stand up and introduce yourself, please.
Okay.
Yeah.
The leader has commanded, so stand up. Remember, that's your leader, isn't it? Stand up then.
Okay, Dumelang guys. My name is Sylvia Pego.
Dumelang, lebitso la ka ke Masego Thafeng.
Dumelang, lebitso la ka ke Katlego Mosete.
Thank you. Are you happy, leader?
Yes, thank you. Okay, on the second industrial revolution, okay, me and my team, okay, under correction, thank you. Me and my team, we said that it is the industrial where things became easier than the first one. Like, as we've been saying, at first, then things became much easier than the first industrial revolution. For an example, inventiwa body trains, the news, the news and information on in the newspaper now. Like before, information thing. Then now we were using newspapers. Okay, for transport, e.g. for transport, they were bicycles and all that. Oh, the reason why they invented the second in industrial revolution, where because of the natural resources, e.g., for an example, if pula yana, jaka papa na bua fale gore if bana ba batla go isa molaetsa somewhere, they have to walk there. But now, go na le bicycle, so they were using bicycle, at least it's much faster than for letsatsi and all that. And programming. Programming is telling or instructing a computer what to do. Okay. It's like a set of instruction that the computer follows to do something. So on the new technology that we are now in, is that dilo dinle much better than before, okay? Now we can use cell phones to call and all that. Things are, we can use the internet, we can use so many things now. We can, okay, for an example, like Ms. Sharon was saying, there is now an automatic car. No, now the automatic car that just drive itself. You just put the location and it's there. Than before we were driving a manual, you have to direct it to go to other places. Now in this new technology, things are much better and easier. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Let's give, wait, before, where are your, sorry, where are your new technologies? Did you mention them? One of them? What is one of them? Just one? Okay, cool. Let's give them a round of applause. So they don't get the digital one. Hi guys, you also going there. So let's give them a round of applause, a proper one. Let's warm it up. They are the champions. Warm. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. They are the champions. Thank you. And before, can we also have the other leaders on the stage? Please go there and sit there.
Okay, so can I get an indication from the 3 that has presented? It's 3 that presented now, ne? Is it 2 or 3?
2.
Oh, no, we need one more. One more person. Okay, let's continue.
Dumelang. O buang ke Funeka Mbebe. Ke na le group ya ka kwale. Their names ke Elene, Priscilla. Stand up, mama, le born. Oh guys, why le ditse mo fights? Elene, emisa letsogo. Priscilla, Boniswa, and Letlhogonolo. Okay, guys, today we talk about the first question is the second industrial revolution. The most important invention is the industrial revolution, included the telegram, the telephone, the modern light bulb, the assembly line, and the automobile, aircraft, and the construction of the transaction of the transcontinental in the United States. And the second question, what is programming? Programming is telling the computer what to do or instructing the computer what to do. The third question, new technology. Bogologolo, my mom used to tell me, abana senda di message, they used to use lepoi, to send a message. Batla ba romela lepoi, maybe ka lekwalo, le kai ko motseng ko. If lepoi le wa lebo, it means lepoi ala itla all.
message our feed. But if le poila bo, le boela ko bana send it message thing, it means message o tsamaile. And now dilo di easy, re kgona go use the cell phone to send messages. Ha go tshwane le pele. That is it for today.
Okay, well done. I have questions though. Well done. Okay. Wait. Okay, just a few minutes before we carry on. So far, we've had 3 presenters, right? Which is our leaders. So, as a class, I want you to let us know who do you think gave us more information since they were there on the stage. Remember, they all told their name, right? Were you listening? So you're going to tell us who gave us more information, the information that we wanted to hear. You want to say something? Okay. Who else? Anyone else? Who gave us more information in the 3 presenters that presented? Who gave us more information about the question that we asked?
Hello everyone, my name is Angel Buota. The more information that I think we gathered today, it's from Tuto and a group. Yes.
Okay. Okay. So level up. Leaders over there, level up. Level up, level up, level up.
Okay, so Tuto, can you stand up, please? So for now, for today, she is leading, ne? She's on the leaderboard for today, ne? For now, okay, yeah, for now, for now. So can we give her a warm hand? She's like a digital hand because she is the leader for now. So let's see if she holds a place. Thank you for the information. I think they did give you additional information if you listened. So we really would need all of your inputs. Ne? I want all of your inputs written up, but you're going to must learn how to type. So I hope I'm going to get an email from you with your information. It's a challenge to all of you. But thank you for the information. You did very well. And the second group, you also didn't do too bad. I must say, you also did good. The lady with the yellow, I didn't hear her name. Sorry? Bonita. Jonita. Yes. The third group, you did great, but some room for improvement, ne? Just a little bit of room for improvement, but you also did awesome. Okay, so we have 1, 2, and 3 clearly in those 3. So can we give the leader for now? Can we make sure that we appreciate her? Okay, so you can continue.
I don't know what.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
My name is Disebo. I'm from Wolmaranstad. I'm representing my group here. Ikacheng, Disebo is me, and Palisa, Lerato, and Nomvula. Okay. The first question was about second industrial revolution. As I can say, the second industrial revolution is it is where the rapid scientists make things more easier than before. For example, in the oldest days, they were using something like a donkey cart, where they used to travel goods from one place to another. And then there is a scientist saying, no man, this donkey works too much slow. What about we invent something that can move faster? And then there's someone coming with an idea of a bicycle, a motor bicycle, where a motor bicycle can carry more than 3,000 goods, okay? It's just for a person. It's just for one person. And then there is another scientist coming up with an idea as technology develops. At FAMAS, they decided, no, we must use something like a tractor. Okay? And easier. So they invented that. It is useful for at the villages for more farming. And then there was someone else, I came up with an idea of a motor. A motor where can 4 passengers go somewhere they want, okay? And then there is more other taxi. Base. There is the second industrial revolution, okay? And then there is coming a second question, which is programming, okay? Programming is the progress where you tell a computer what to do, where you can create a website that can give you a useful information on something that you can do. For example, TikToks, social media, what, okay? Where these things can make your dream come true. For example, if I want to open a fashion store, I can make a site there. Where can I collect information? Where can I associate with the relevant people that can support me financially and so on and so on? That is where things can be easier by technology. Okay? So the third question, it is artificial. It is the new technology, okay, for AR. New technology make our life easier and lazy as well. Okay. You can sit at home and do social things there. You can order online, where you can buy a cell phone and a take lot can deliver that certain item at your door. You can ask for an Uber online, where it can pick you from your home to where you want to go and bring back home safely. You see, technology makes us lazy, guys. What we do is only to wash and sit down. Where I have an idea of, but it is something that is coming in 5 years or 2 years. A touching screen TV. That is my idea. I don't know, maybe someone else there is implanting it. A touching screen TV. Where you can press your fingerprint and then it comes on. Because it needs my fingerprint. Sister Ntomolo Obuidaka, a driven car. In my mind, I have my own dream-driven car. A car that, where I went to the garage, I'm going to use a fingerprint to open the door. So there is no one else who can drive my car. It is only me. When I enter in my car with some of you guys, there is an introduction of a face where my car can know who I am driving with. And then it will take me where I want to. Okay? So if ke tsamile le wena, ke sa go introduce, ke go itlhala ko pele, ke sa go introduce mo koleng ya ka. Ha go pege. Ha go itsa o pagame. Wa bona ya? Ha re tsena mo teng ga koloi ya ka, it will give you instruction of what to do. Hello Nandia, hello Palesa, hello Lerato. Welcome. Put on a seat belt, okay? sit up straight. You are making me dirty. Lona batla le dula what mo koloing tsa batho, wa bona? So that is my dream-driven car. I'm just relaxing, eating popcorns until when it tells me you reach your destination.
Yes.
So guys, that is all for me. Thank you.
So I just have to say we have our programmer here. And we're going to try all by means to help her with programming because, yeah, she's got this. She has a plan and she needs to do programming. Well done. You did very well. Let's give them a very, very hot round of applause. Well done. No, the digital one, not that one. Digital one. Digital one. It should be hot, not even warm. Tell them it should be hot.
Make it hot. Make it hot. Warm up, warm up, warm up, warm up, warm up, warm up, warm up. On count of 3. 1, 2, 3. What? I'm the champion.
Great job. Okay, can we have other leaders on the sofas there, please? Yes, ma'am.
I just want to check with the group. Ladies and gentlemen, please listen. Can I check with the group? Did she represent you or did she represent her towards the end? I'm just making sure.
Her.
In terms of the conversations that you had, was it the group representation? Are you agreeing with the presentation? Okay, your group has covered you because I got a feeling that towards the end, it went to my ideas, but it's not like that. Okay, no, I'm just joking. I was just checking.
Okay, thank you. Yes.
Okay.
Go on.
Dumelang.
Hello.
Le kae? Re khona. Yo mogele wow. O tsile di point tsa ga ke se itse le gore ke reng yanong ka re o buile gotlhe. But anyway, sharp. But anyway, nna ke nna Boitumelo Lemphani and then ke tsamaya le Lindiwe le Khagamatso le Lelethu. Mo groupeng ya rona we had an research and communication about the second industrial revolution, which is a mass production, e re boneng ka 1870. And then whereby there was an innovation in the second industrial revolution includes television, airplanes and air brakes, and the telegram. A ke re la jaaka papa buile gore pele ne re dirisa matlapa and then sister re bella ka lephoi, but then now we have telephones, right? Yeah, cell phones, I get it. Yeah, before telephones. Okay, then the second one is what is a programming? The program is a technical process for telling a computer which is task to perform in order to solve a problem. Should I repeat it all, Shapo? Okay, Mamaka. And then the last one is the new technology. Guys, the new technology. Okay, let me do this. It's a fusion of advance in artificial intelligence, whereby there is robotics, the Internet of Things. The new technology yatusa a lot, but then it has its negative and positivities. Do you know that? And then it is helpful, ne? Ya re thusa a lot mo le goreng ha re sa bereka thata. Le bo mama ko di kitchen ga ba sa go robega mekotla ke re gona le metšhini e se igang la bona. So but then negativity ya teng go tlo nna le to a point mo le goreng unemployment is going to be high. Imagine le gore yaanong ma teacher go setse go dirilwe di roboto tse re rutang ko sekolong. Ha re sa na future yaanong ra dula di roboto da re kolomakela bo mama ko kitchening ha ba sa bereka. Yeah, so thank you guys. Ke research ya rona eo.
Okay, I'll attend to the last point or the last concern. We'll address it. Or should I address it now?
No. I just wanted to say this group took it a bit further, ne? Because the last question was just asking to list some of the new technologies. But they took it a bit further where they started discussing the implications of new technologies like robots, for example. So I think they deserve also a good hand because they took it further.
She wants a digital one. They want a digital one. You can't rob them. Let's make it very hot. Let's make it very hot. Another discussion added. Okay, let's warm it up. You're not warming it up. Like, make it hot. In 3, what are we saying? They are the champions. Yes, very hot. Okay, they are the champions. They are what? They are magnificent. We're all saying they are magnificent. In 3, it's not warm. Like, you're not even warming it. Are you sure? Okay, 3. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. Well done, and we will address that concern. Is it a concern? Okay, yes, you can go ahead.
Hello. Ke nna Boitumelo, group ya ka ke Nomvuselelo, Thembi le Nomoya. Okay, first topic ya rona ke second industrial revolution. So, second industrial revolution e re bontsha ka the way technology was evolving.
Relax, calm down, breathe. Breathe.
Okay. Oh. It shows us about, at first there was horses and carts. Then it started to be, someone thought it will be better to have cars with engine and electricity, so we can't use candles no more, but there's load shedding. Yeah. Then there is what is programming. It's telling the computer what to do, like maybe you don't know how to write an essay or how to talk in front of people, of doing a speech. The third one is the new technology, fourth industrial. It tells us about cars that can take you anywhere and cars that can go without fuel, and where we can get food while sitting at home and doing many things. Yes.
Well done. Well done. Guys, let's give her a round of applause. She tried. Oh, as shy as she tried. Let's give her a round of applause.
Can she just come back, please? I just want to say that public speaking is very terrifying. So the fact that she came, she spoke, she did what was asked of her. So we need to appreciate that, because public speaking is not easy for everyone. Yeah, it's not easy. So you did well. And I think I just want to clarify something in terms of what is programming. You guys didn't answer the question because you answered the first part. Yes, it's to tell the computer what to do, but it's not the second part where you spoke about if you don't know how to do a presentation or if you don't know how to write the essay. It's not that part, because that part is the programs or the applications that you get after you have done programming. You understand? So just to clarify that so that we have the correct information. But it's correct when you say it's to tell the computer what to do, but writing essays, you will get an application on the computer. If you now go on to Google Play or whatever, there's an application for everything. You can write and say how to write good essays, then you get an app to do that. You understand? But that app was programmed. So just to clarify so that we don't leave with misunderstanding. You understand? It's not telling the computer how to write your essay or how to do your presentation. It's programming the information so that there can be an application or a technology that you can use to help you to do those things. So just to clarify, ne? But well done, okay? You should be proud of yourself. Be very proud of yourself. Okay?
Thank you so much. Before she starts, we're still missing more leaders. Yes. Please go in front. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. We really need you there. How many groups are we missing? Did we all present this side? Okay, yes, it's only 2 groups that are left. Okay, come down. You can go ahead.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Kina Lemang. I'm with my group over there. I'm with a gentleman inside. So Mr. Jones says he'll join us as these 4 lovely ladies. So I just want the ladies to introduce themselves. My name is Kina Lemang. I have Dati Jones there at the back. Can the ladies introduce themselves, please? Bangani Bam, hello. Guys, introduce yourselves. Hi, Bo. Ladies, Dati Jones, I'm done
because
with.
you already
Hey,
introduced myself as
Mara.
Mr. Jones.
Mara.
Hello, my name is Butle Slate. I'm from military base, Potchefstroom.
Sanbonani.
Hello.
Gamalam Gutaina Moy from Ikacheng Station 6.
Mara nna ke setse ke introduced most before. Gape, okay. My name is Angel Bota from Promosa. Thank you.
Ngiyabonga. Excuse for the up and down. Okay. Now I was born before technology, but the few ladies over there, they just give me a few hands and claps of the in things for now. The secondary industrial revolution for us is also known as a technological revolution, phase of rapid scientific discovery. And for example, in our group discussion, it was an X-ray machine in the hospitals. Back in the days, there were certain papers and there were certain cameras that they were used before technology that it will take weeks before you get your X-rays. But in our modern technology, you just go to a sonar and X-rays and then you'll get it within few hours. And then for our second discussion, it was about what is programming. And then as we unpack it, we said it's a series of coded software instructions to control the operations of a computer, or other machine. For example, we took in our in things now at works where they call it a Chronos machine. I don't know how many of you are exposed to that, whereby employees do clock in and off. So it's something that is being programmed for time in and time off to work. And then lastly, it's the 4 IRs. And then the last one we said, changing the way modern people lived and worked. And then back in the days where I was born, when you go to the bank to go and deposit somebody money, you will write it on the paper and then you give it to the teller, and then the teller will process everything. In our modern days, we have machines in banks whereby you instruct and tell it what to do. It's very paperless, effortlessly so, but it's very mostly costly. Thank you very much.
Nice. You see, thinking outside of the box. You even mentioned the EFTs and the ATMs. Well done. Go girl. Go girl. Guys, let's hype her. Go girl. You can do it. You can do it. Go girl. Yeah.
Are you ready? Okay. Okay, she says that she is not very comfortable speaking in front of a lot of people. So I want to ask her group if anyone would want to represent her. That will help her because remember, we are here to help each other. And she says she really doesn't like speaking in front of people. So is there anyone in her group that's prepared to assist her?
The teacher. Oh, okay. Thank you, teacher.
Okay, she's gonna, you can sit down.
Oh, there's a teacher. How teacher?
Is she not shy?
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
My name is Connie, and I'm with my group, Lena, Meiki, Mami, Bongiwe, and Mate. So, ke tla simolola nyana. Ka second industrial revolution. It was the phase of rapid scientific discovery. Standards. I guess ko ba go simolola sentle? Second Industrial Revolution. It was a period of groundbreaking advancements in manufacturing and industrial production methods. And it was a phase of scientific discovery and mass production. Number 2, programming is the process of creating a set of instructions that the computer show how to perform a task. And second point is it can be done using a variety of computer programming languages. Number 3, fourth industrial revolution is a rapid of change of technology, industries, and social patterns and process in 21st century. And it's a fundamental change in the way of the way we live, work, and relate to one another. If it is.
Okay.
Let's give them both a hand. Let's give them a hand. I think Sharon, you can come ne, in terms of. I think that why we did this exercise was also to get you to interact with the information and to give us back what you've learned from the information. So I just want to say that having listened to the presentations, and please keep the information where you wrote the presentations, keep it. You can give it to Sharon so that we can have that information, because it's part of what you gave back to us. But also just to say that we wanted to see whether you are listening and you are hearing the information and you understanding. So it's also a compliment to Sharon and to Amos, because you gave back the information that they gave to you in the morning. And you even added some information. Some of the groups, they gave us the discussion around the implications for robotics or for robots in employment. Other people gave us examples of new technologies in the workplace, where you are now going to be monitored with the technology. They also talked about, others told us about how they want to program new cars to do other things than just driving them. Others spoke about the importance of how technology has changed the way we live, work, and play. So I think that you have definitely listened to the information in the morning, because what we did in the morning was to give you the theory around what is the fourth industrial revolution, what are the differences in terms of technology, how has technology evolved, and what are some of the new technologies that we have, and how these new technologies has impacted in our lives in terms of living, teaching. Even technology has even changed the way we love, the way we have love relationships, isn't it? It's not the same anymore, Mos. Now people think they have many partners, but actually they just have 20,000 people on Facebook that they've never seen. But they tell people they have lots of girlfriends or lots of boyfriends. Do you understand? It's not the way it used to be. Now somebody also spoke about X-rays. They used the example about before we had to wait days for an X-ray. Now you get it immediately. But even when you are in a relationship now, there's also dangers in terms of the online relationships, whether it's dating online, whether it is sharing information online with your partner. It's having an impact because it's instant, it's immediate, isn't it? If you take a picture of me now, you send it to someone in seconds. Thousands of people would have seen that picture, as opposed to years ago where you still had to go into a lab to develop the picture. Then you had to wait 3 weeks to go and fetch the picture, and then you must send it to someone. I'm sure none of you remember that, because that's how pictures were developed in the past. So I just wanted to say well done to all of you. The information you gave back shows that you were listening, and that we're going to have a good session in the afternoon. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Okay, so we are going for our lunch. We're going for lunch, and it's going to take only 1 hour. So as soon as 45 minutes, and make sure you come back here so that we continue with our lovely session. And thank you so much. So far, you've been doing great.
Bolala, lunch is just behind you, ne? Kopa le tsamayeng in